Hello, friends. It is Laura Ward, and I am going to be offering a SoMATic Mat class in a few minutes. I'm actually in a Zoom room, and I'm waiting for the rest of my people to show up, but I thought I would. Hello, friends. It is Laura Ward, and I am going to be live streaming on YouTube. So it is 9:28. This will officially start in 2 or 3 minutes. It is an exercise class. That is really what I use to stay healthy and to be able to pole dance, to do ballet, to run around and be a lunatic, and to stay healthy and facile in my tissues. So it's easy for me to move. So it's very healthy for your lymphatic system, very healthy for your fascia, very healthy for your being human. There's a lot of cat action going on in here today. So perhaps they can entertain you. Yeah, the big guy, it does appear that he is beating the shit out of the little guy, but the little guy is an instigator and he'll whack him right back. So the only injury I've actually seen in the fights between those two was on the big guy. So it's like one of those David and Goliath things. It does appear that the big guy is going to win, but it's not how it happens. So yeah, couple more minutes once my room becomes alive in here. I would like to do a little song and dance for you and entertain you, but really just zoom back in, come in a second if you want to be in the movement. And there's a person watching. Hello, person. If you want to write anything in the chat, there's a possibility that I will actually see you and respond to it, but I have to kind of back and forth on my screen, and I am not a genius when it comes to multitasking. Or I am a genius when it comes to multitasking, but I may not be doing it. Oh, there's the big guy. This is actually just a cat entertainment class. Oh, see, I told you the little one came in to to attack. I know, I gotta stay out of the way so you can see this. Officially starting in a couple minutes, because I know I will have somebody, at least a person in my room, and they are not here yet. So just bear with me.
Morning.
Hey, I'm just letting you know that I am actually live streaming on YouTube. Spotlight myself. So hopefully it'll just stay on me. And I think
I hope so.
I can look at and see, oh, 1 second of us. And then I can erase it once. Yeah, I can edit there. Now it's just me. Yeah. Okay. So, and Sol is there too. Let's start. We're going to do the lymphatic thing. First, we'll breathe. And that's it. Yeah. Okay. So let's start breathing first. Let's start big breathing. There's a total chaos happening in my house right now with the cats. Inhale, open. Exhale, release them. Just going to mute you. Inhale, stretch out and up. Exhale, let go. Inhale, open, lift, arch, and exhale, soften, inhale, open it up, exhale, shake, shake, shake. So here's the first invitation, or maybe it's the second or the third. Let's shake it up as well. Shaking, shaking, shaking up and shaking down. Ha, letting go. You can turn your head from side to side, just freeing up your system, getting this bounce going. Ha. So when I start to bounce like this, my body starts to have this little gravitational relationship. And my body goes, oh, my tissue needs to engage to hold myself together. Like it doesn't even, this is all subconscious behavior in my system going, oh, okay, I'm going to develop a little more form. That's why like rebounding, all those things where you're getting a little bit of bounce are great for your bones. They're great for your fascia. They're great for the hydration of your system. One more big breath in, stretch up, open up into an X, bend your knees, drop it down and shift from side to side. Easy and loose. This doesn't have to be your biggest stretch. And then coming back in. And I'm just wondering, I just need to look at something really quick and see, yes, we're good. Whether it's picking up my headphones or not, my ear plugs. All right, we're gonna do the lymphatic. Let's just rub our hands together first. So creating some energy. Relax your neck, relax your tongue, relax your face. Big breathing. And then shake out your hands for a second. And then we're going to come in. This is my right hand going to my left. So you may be not mirroring me in this, but take your right hand crossing to your left. Here's my collarbone. Here's my sternocleidomastoid. It's up there. Breathing into that. And you can move your head and face a little bit. Move your face. When you do that, you're just including more tissue movement, right, in this whole upper area of our body. And we're going to take it in just behind the ear, same side. And I am again yawning and releasing, relaxing my neck and jaw. I'm getting movement in the tissue, in my face, in my head, in here. If we take it just a little bit behind, really soft and gentle, right in here, we can also speak to our vagus nerve, right, with our fingers, just a little touch, very gentle, very soft, soothing, kind to our bodies, and shake that out. And let's switch it to the other side. So this is my left hand going to my right. We always want to start with our right hand to the left because we're basically clearing the pathway of this node road, of this lymph node road to come in and clear again. So same thing on the other side. And the left side of our body is responsible for filtering 3/4 of the lymphatic fluid. The right side is really just doing this upper right quadrant and the sternochyli. So we want to clear the left first because it's got more going on, which I think also makes a lot of sense of why, for me, most of my injuries happen on my left. Circling, 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 neck, jaw, tongue, relaxed. And then coming up in behind the ear. So angle of the jaw right there, just getting in there. I tend to use circular movement and I'm not totally digging in. I'm taking the tissue on top and kind of grabbing it and moving it. So when I say grabbing it, I'm just like tree frog fingering to grab on. Neck, jaw, tongue. And then let's come behind, more gentle, more soft, just to that sort of hairline area behind your ear. Hello, nervous system. Hello, vagus nerve. 10th cranial nerve, the wandering nerve, longest cranial nerve. I think it's the longest big nerve that's coming down through our body, responsible for so many things: breath, digestion, even orgasm. So we definitely want that thing to be happy. All right, shake it out, shake it out. And let's go into armpit pec. So this is my pec and I'm grabbing it, maybe a little bit the front of my deltoid. I'm getting into my armpit. This again, if you feel tender in there in any of these areas, it's probably a good indication that there might be some blockage in that lymphatic area, in the lymph fluid, in the lymph flow, in the lymph node. There it is. The other one has stopped by the doorway because they're chasing each other. I'm switching to the other side. So now I've got my left going to my right, crossing over, getting in there. Yeah, especially for women, like, right, we've got the breast cancer thing that is happening to many women. We want to clear up those lymph nodes that are going in towards our boobs. Another reason why you might consider not having any kind of like breast implants is so that you keep the flow of this area really clean and clear. Or if you do have them, then make sure that you're getting in there and moving that fluid, because like they're going to be kind of hard and not moving much, right? We need movement in our bodies for healthy tissue. Okay. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Coming into the Cisterna Kylie right there on Tobias Forge's face, the lead singer of Ghost, getting in. So there's my xiphoid process, my belly button. It's right there in the middle. And this one for me is the one that I feel the most. I'm like, ah, but we're also dealing with a lot of organs in there, right? So it's not just when I'm jamming my fingers into my body here, there are other things that it's touching. Breathing into that and then taking it down, giving that one short shrift today, taking it down to the inguinal fold right in here. Just above that fold, getting in between my pubic bone and my ASIS. These are the front of my hip bones. And I'm just digging in there. Oh, and if I bend, like I can feel different movement if I'm moving from the inside and the outside. So if I kind of stick out my butt and then I come up, I can feel the tissue very different in there. Take that, shake it out, let it all go. And then taking it behind your knees. Breathing into it. So in the eye of the knee, this is sore on me because I was at pole class Thursday night. And so a lot of those leg hangs, you really feel it in the back of your knee, skin in the back of the knee. And then we're going to release that, come back to that bounce. If you feel okay, make a bigger bounce. And we're going to do this other exercise. I can't remember where I learned this, and it doesn't actually feel very good, but it's like to just stimulate the density of your bones and strengthen your fascia. So what you're going to do, and if this feels horrible for you, just skip it. But I'm just going to lift up and then I'm going to kind of drop down. You can hear the sound in the house. Lift and yeah. So what I'm giving is this kind of shock to my bones to go, oh, you need to be strong so that you can do this. If this hurts in any way, don't do it. I feel like this might be a gyrokinesis exercise. I'm not sure. And now we're going to change it. We're going to inhale up and exhale down and out. So now we're giving ourselves the softness of rebound, or not rebound, knees and ankles bending into the floor. Inhale up, shoulders to your ears. Exhale down and out. Up and in, down and out. Inhale. So it's very kind of, we're taking our energy up toward the ceiling and then we're landing and then we're spreading out. Good. And then spiraling, twisting. And all of those, if you tune into what it feels like in your body, you can go, oh, I need more of this, or, oh, I really don't need this. And if you don't, just don't do it, right? It's your body. Listen in. Yeah, so this dropping is really for building that bone density. If your bones are really brittle, you want to do that a little bit more gently. Looking all the way around behind you every time. So the little cat, Princess Lotus Flower, the golden dragon, has finally got her own name, which is not such a long title. She's right here. I'll show her to you. And she's super sweet. She's like, what are you doing? Here she is. And her name is Peapod. Her new name, Princess Pea or Peapod, because she's like a little pea pod. She's got lots of peas in there. Okay, let's take it down to the floor. Sitting in a cross-legged position. Yeah, I've been dealing with this like headache coming and going for the past like 4 days. It can be the weather and also what I eat, what I drink, if I have enough water, all that kind of stuff. Side stretch, one side to the other. Inhale, open. And also the other big thing is how much I take on in my life. And I've had a really sort of full on few days of late. I did cancel some of my stuff yesterday morning, which was helpful, but I still had I was working the whole day, and then we had friends over last night, which was amazing. Side stretch, circle the whole way around. Yeah, we've just totally, for the past 2 years, been so on our own here, almost never seeing people or going out. So it was nice to have a couple of friends over last night and be like, oh yeah, normal humans that get together, eat food and drink, celebrate. Anthony gave us a little harp concert, which was amazing, circling the whole way around. And inhale, and we're going to switch it to the other side. So change so that the non-dominant leg is in front. And let's change the exercise too, taking it down, freeing the neck and head, letting it go from your tail to your head, just mobilizing through your back. Maybe make some sound, some yum, like giving your body the vibration of sound, and also the information, the message that this is yummy and good. Feels good. Yum, yum, yum. And then come up and let's circle our rib cage and diaphragm over our pelvis. So circling around. Oh yeah, see, again, we're moving that cisterna chyli in there. We're moving our diaphragm. Change direction, other way. We're moving our rib cage, lungs, and heart. And then let's come into center and open our feet. And we're going to do this. If you have a block, you could elevate your pelvis on this. I have one. I'm just not going to use it right now. Internally rotate, scoop the belly in, hollow, retreat into the back space. And then inhale, arch. Flex your feet, open and lift. Exhale, hollow, internal rotation in the legs, scooping in. And then inhale, arch, open, stick out your chest. Exhale, hollow, curl. Inhale, arch and open. Exhale, hollow and curl. Inhale, arch and open. And let's take it down the middle. And again, just move from side to side. Let your pelvis move, let your butt move. You can lift up one butt cheek as you roll, getting this movement through your whole spine, from your pelvis through the ribs and through the head. So we think of those three big bony basins, the pelvis, the ribs, and the head, and let them all kind of have this relationship of mobility as you're moving from side to side. Yeah. And let's take it in and lay down. All the way down onto the floor. And let's go with the heel rock first thing. So heel rock, let your body be like a bag of bones with some skin and some tissue, and totally relaxed, so you're not holding any tension, you're letting go. And there should be some rippling moving up and down through your body. For most of us, we've spent so much time learning how not to move or inhibiting our movement that this might actually be quite challenging. So pretend you're just a body of water, and that's it. You're just moving in your body of water. Let your head and neck be soft and easy. Relax your neck and jaw. You can turn your legs in and out. And just sink into the floor for a second. Feel the floor underneath you. Take comfort in the fact that you're not going to fall off the planet. Gravity is going to hold us onto the ground. And it is helping create the tissue in our body. So this relationship between the water and our body, our vestibular system, And the gravitational pull of the earth is like how we really orient, how we know where we are. Oh, I can feel the ground under me. I can feel the weight of my body dropping down. I can let go of some of my tension, just hand it over to the earth. Ah, here I am. I'm not going to fall. I'm great. It's perfect. All right. From there, let's actually exercise. So flexing your feet, reach out through your arms, big, reaching out into your kinesphere, your realm of movement. And we're going to circle the arms down, looking towards your feet, and then inhale, open up, filling up your lungs. Exhale, looking towards your feet, and inhale, like you're taking off a shirt. So we're getting this nice gradated rotation through our shoulder girdle, through our rotator cuff, up. Inhale, open. Exhale, inhale. One more in this direction. And you don't have to come up that high. I'm just trying to come up sort of past my scapula, past my shoulders. And then we're going to change the direction. So we're going up over our head like we're putting on a shirt. Am I doing the same direction? Taking off a shirt, putting on a shirt. Well, it doesn't matter. I can't remember. Let's change direction again in case we are doing the same one. Now I'm starting to feel that movement. And so let's free up again, head, rib cage, pelvis. Let those relationships have some mobility and some freedom between those three big bony landmarks. Bony landmarks. They're living structures within our body. All of our language is very architectural, and architecture is actually not alive. So within our bodies, we are living systems. Really important to remember that. If you have a block, grab your block. I also have weights, which I intend to use. So I've got 3-pound weights and a block. And I'm going to stick the block in between my knees, not using the weights yet. Do I want to try it with the weights? I think I'm going to try it with the weights. If you have injuries, don't do this with weights. I'm going to grab the weights and I'm just going to inhale, arms up over my head, and exhale, bringing it down. Inhale. If this hurts at all in your arms or rotator cuff, don't do it. The thing that I'm really thinking about as I come down is widening through my collarbones here in this part, because I feel like my body could do that right there, but I want to keep my shoulders wide, collarbones wide. And I'm taking my arms up so that my palms are facing the ceiling. And then as I come down, my palms are facing each other. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling up. Now, another version of this, if you are having issues, but you still want to use weight, just take your hands up to the ceiling and then bring them, even not all the way down. You can just move them a little bit, or you could even leave them up there. So there's many ways of doing this. Many options. Listen to your body. If you feel like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, don't do it. Last one. Let's leave the weights. Let's take out the block, and we're going to change the exercise. So this is going to shift from side to side. If you have, again, rotator cuff issues, if it hurts in your arms, you're going to make it easier. We're going to, and I have to sort of think it through as we're doing it. So one version is just up, drop your leg to the side, lift, and lower. So this is the version where I'm protecting my shoulders and I'm not doing much with that. The next version, you're going to go up, you're going to shift onto your side, taking a big arch. You can even lift that bottom leg up off, or top leg up off the floor. And then you're going to come back. I'm just going to come right back down and in. So I'm going to lift up, my bottom arm goes under, my top arm reaches up. I take this into a big arch, and then I'm going to come back down through the floor. Another alternative version, same beginning, you go up, arm under, reach, is you come back up and then come down to the floor. That will be more work. So really work with what you want to do. Reaching, bringing it back in, up, getting that extra hamstring and glute, butt, back work or not. Up, or just coming here to the side, lift and lower. Up, side, that is also acceptable. Listen into your body. If you want to make up your own version, go for it.
Yeah, all exercise that is exercise is something that somebody made up with the awareness of whatever they had of like how our bodies work, how our muscles and bones work, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of exercise has been handed down to us. Let's take a break and come in, just circle your knees. From people who knew a lot less about like our kinesthetic capacity or our, our musculoskeletal body. Like we know so much more and we understand so much more about bodies now than we did even 10 years ago. But especially like so much exercise, these are militaristic exercises that came out of, I'm not even going to say things because it might be offensive, but we know so much more about the body now. Let's go with a happy baby pose. Let your happy baby be a happy baby. What does a happy baby feel like inside? Oh, what are they doing? How's the exploration going? Even if you're limited in your movement, can you still find some happy babiness? Imagine a happy baby. Imagine you as a happy baby. I was talking to my mom the other day about what makes her happy. And she's like, seeing parents that are good parents playing with their kids, that makes me happy. Spending times with little kids and babies, that's my mom. That stuff makes her happy. And because of the pandemic, like she hasn't been seeing most of the relatives that have little kids and babies. So she hasn't been getting her baby fix. She's coming back here pretty soon, and there are babies all over. There's a neighbor up at the top of the hill. I'm like, my mom's a baby whisperer. She'll come and hang out with you and your kids. She's like, oh, she of course already knows her because my mom goes and walks around and talks to everybody. Arms out, side, side. Tick-tock your legs, side to side. Exhale one direction, bring it back. If you want to make this harder, straighten out your legs. Using your breath, using your back, using your arms. And then come back in. And I want to do more hamstring stuff. And I want to do a little bit more intense hamstring stuff. So we're going to grab the block. If you don't have a block, you can do this with no block, or you can like grab a book. If you're over a certain age, you might have a phone book. If you're under a certain age, you don't even know what that is. All right, and a phone book is probably about the right size, depending on how metropolitan the area you live in is. Lifting up, we're going to pulse here. Try to get both hips even so you're long through both sides of your body. So you're not ginching up one side or the other, really long, reaching out through your knees, pulsing, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're just going to go to 20, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's switch, bring it down, take the block to the other side. Press it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it all the way down. We're going to go back to the first side again, but first let's just draw the knees in and roll from side to side. So as if you're pouring your inner body from one side to the other, really slow, giving your back and your tissue. So there's really big bandy fascia here in your back. And then also like your nervous system is routing out around your sacroiliac, routing out into your legs. Let yourself close and open. So you're opening, 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 and then closing, closing, closing. Pouring across. And then we're going to come back, take the block again under your first foot, whichever one that is. For me, it's my right. And we're going to go back up. Pressing up. This time we're going to take the opposite leg up off the floor. Pointed toes, long straight leg, outward circles, beach ball size, soccer ball to beach ball size circles, or maybe even physio ball, depending on how you feel. If you're cramping, you can flex your foot. That just happened to me, which means I don't have enough water in my system and I probably drank too much coffee. Flex and change direction other way. Press it up. Try not to let your pelvis sink. So it's easy to drop down here. Work your back. Get it up. Breathe, reaching through your heel. And then pointing your toes, poking a hole through the ceiling, going 1, 2, 3. We're just going to do 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then flex, 8 more. 2, come down if you need to. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it all the way down. Relax into the floor, both knees in, roll from side to side. And then we're going to switch it to the other side. Pressing back up. You could do all of this with no block. It would be fine. It's just actually would be harder. It's actually easier with the block once we get up there. Okay, outward circles. Pointed toes, long straight leg, lengthen it out. Try to keep the pelvis high. Don't let it sink. So whole back of the body is working. Breathing. And then you're going to flex, change direction, press it up there. And point your toes, poke a hole through the ceiling. 8, 1, 2, long straight leg, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, fold it in, come all the way down, kick your block out. Let's go into happy baby again here to open up. Free flow the baby. Letting go of tension in your body. Breathe. And then just shake it out and release. And we're going to flip over, coming onto hands and knees. I need to get some water, which I have right over here. If you can, when you wake up in the morning, before coffee and all those things, drink water. And especially because coffee is going to dehydrate you if you drink coffee. Let's open the hands wider than your sticky mat, circles with your chest, down to the floor and then up. Chest, lungs, and heart, mobilizing. Give yourself extra padding under your knees if you need it. And then the other way. And then come in and let's curl our toes under. And we're just going to pick up the knees off the floor. If that's too much, because we're going to cat cow in a second, we're going to cat cow off the floor. If it's too much, keep your knees on the floor. If you're okay with it, arching and curling with the knees just up off the floor. Last one. And relax. Take it into a child's pose. Soften and melt. Relax your head, relax your neck, relax your spine. Easy childlike body in your child's pose. Is there any extra tension you can let go of? I just like the way that it feels to let my head roll from side to side, like getting that massage across my forehead. And then shift your weights back, and we're going to come into a forearm plank. So I've got this, we're going to experiment a little bit here, some slightly different things than we normally do. So we'll see how it goes. You're going to come into your plank. You're going to reach your leg under, and then just stack up to the side, bring it back in, come back to your plank. One leg reaches under, stack it up, bring it in, plank, reach it under, stack, bring it in, plank, reach it under. So I can really feel my obliques working as I do the spiral, coming from the plank into this side plank with my legs a little bit apart. And as I go back, same thing. So internal and external obliques get a chance to do some fun action as we're opening and closing here. One more time each side. I actually think that was the last side, but I'm going to do it again anyway. And I'm going to come down onto my side. And we're going to do some I want to say these are really girly, but I feel like they're really important too. So we're going to do them anyway. I am a girl, so no shame in doing a girly exercise. Taking my weight into my side, just up and down. So many women have issues in the rotator cuffs. So just letting that move. And again, when we move, we're also moving that whole lymphatic node road that we started with. I'm super not counting, but I think we're probably around 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go for 12, 11, 12, and bring it in. Flip it over, roll over to your other side, or flip it around as I am doing. This weight may be too little or too big for you. Feel free to adjust. Off we go for 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Letting it go. We're going to stay on this side and do some kicks to the side. So actually, let's start with this. You're going to start with your legs straight down below you. So we're not in that Pilates pike. We are straight down, and you're going to internally rotate your legs, and then externally rotate your legs. Turn them both in. Turn them both out. I'm using my arm to help me not fall over. Turn them out. Turn them in. Turn them out. Turn them in. Turn them out. Good. We're going to take the top leg, Batma up, bring it into your knee, passe, Batma, and lower down. I'm going to flex up. Flex, point, flex, down. Flex, point, flex, lower. Up, in, up, down. Up, in, using your breath, up, down, up, in, up, down, up, in. Again, super not counting. I think we're probably around 7 or 8. 2 more. Last one. And we're going to do bent knees. Tap it out for a second. So 2 right angles, right angle in your hip, right angle in your knee, up and down, going up and down. Let's go with flexed feet for this. 2, you're going to feel that up the front of your shin. 3, anterior tibialis. 4, 5, one of your good balancing muscles. 6, 7, 8, we're just doing 10, 9, 10. And then let's point and keep the knees, the foot touching, just the knee lifting. Pelvis is fairly stable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap it out, let it go. And let's stretch our quad, grabbing on, taking your leg back. Once you get back there, mine is really connected toward my sit bone. I'm going to internally rotate from my hip and then externally rotate. Internally rotating, externally rotating. Breathing into it. And then I'm going to kick my leg further back and just open up that space between my butt and my heel, getting more of a stretch in my quad. and release it. Let's roll over onto our backs, cross that leg over the other one. Melt into the floor, let go. And then take your leg in. If you can grab from behind your knee, wherever it feels good to you. Work this the way that it works in your body. And then release, shake it all out, rotate in and out, let everything release. Shoulders, head, neck, spine, have a spaz, have a little tantrum on the floor, let go of all your bratty energy, and flip it over to the other side. We have a song in this house. It's called House of Brats. It goes, House of Brats, House of Brats. Some of them are people and some of them are cats. Like, of course, it makes us all 1,000 times more bratty than we already were, which is definitely somewhat problematic in our household. All right, we are starting with the turning in and out. Legs straight down below you, in and out, just for 5. 1, 2, 3, legs right underneath you. 4, 5. I want to talk about what's happening for me in this. I'm getting this nice on the bottom side, this internal and external rotation, which is releasing some of the tension in my hips and glutes. So there's that. All right, kicking up behind your shoulder, up, in, up, flex down, up, in, up, down, up, in, up, down, Batma, passe, Batma, lower, kick, touch, kick, lower. All this language for what we're doing. So many ways of saying it. Down, up, in, up, down. 2 more, up, in, up, down. Last one, up and in and up and down. And something that I'm feeling right now that I normally don't notice is the work in my QL as I'm kicking that leg up. So whether it's just to stabilize or to help get it up, probably a little bit of both, because I'm not really throwing my hip, but maybe a little bit. Let's go flexed feet, 2 right angles for 10. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming in, pointed toes. I like to put my hand on my hip just to see how much that's moving. So I'm not moving my hip back and forth, but I'm just lifting the leg up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lots of space around my ear. You probably can't tell because I feel like my t-shirt keeps coming up and turtling me in, but I'm trying to keep this extra space here. Grabbing, taking it down. Heel in towards your butt. You can internally rotate from the hip and then slightly externally rotate. So my heel goes towards my outer hip and then towards my midline. In and out. And then I'm going to kick my leg back a little further, opening up. I can do whatever I need to do to adjust on the floor so that I don't fall over. And I'm really pushing back with that leg actively. And then release onto your back. Give it a shake for a second before we do our crossover. Let it all soften. And then come in, ankle over your knee, grabbing in whatever way feels good to you. Breathing into it. Head, neck, shoulders, relax. And then release that. Let's do opening and closing here. So folding everything in, we're going to open it up, and then we're going to fold in onto one side. Opening up. Yeah, I feel my shirt is like about to come off of me. Inhale, open. There's a reason dancers cut out the neck of their shirt so that it's not like riding up to their ears all the time. Closed. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Really feeling the expansion through center. Last one. And let's bring it in. And let me just do a quick time check. Okay, good. And let's do a push-up exercise. So this is going to be either a knee drop and a push-up or a knee lift and a push-up. So I'm going to do it with a knee drop. So I'm going to drop my knees, elbows into my side, tricep push-up, and then I'm going to pop them back up. If you're doing the version where you do a push-up, you can do a knee drop in between. So really work with what works for you. Here we go. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Taking it to a dog, walking through your feet. And walk your feet into your hands. Shift from side to side. If it feels okay, you can interlace your hands behind your back and let them drop down. Big hamstring stretch. Letting yourself move. Inner body freeing up. And then release your hands down. Knees wide, shifting from side to side. Use your breath. Relax your neck, relax your back. Roll it up. All the way up to the top. We're going to inhale. All the way up, feet are wide, bend your knees, stick out your butt. So I'm going to show you sideways. Stick out your butt. All the way down. Surrender, melt, let go, and roll up through your spine, coming all the way up to the top. Open, expand, big X. Stick out your butt, stick out your chest. Take it down. Surrender, soften, roll it up. One more time. Inhale, reach, radiate out. Exhale, soften and melt. Take it down. Roll it, roll it, roll it. And then just regular inhale. Open it up. Exhale, let it go. All right, YouTube people, we are done with you. I wonder if I could